welcome everybody to our weekly show that celebrates New Zealand music, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. New Zealand time. We have two guests today, Violet French, yes, that's her real name, and also Levita will be joining us halfway through. So check out Violet French and The Horrible on Bandcamp and all your good socials. They began in Dunedin and then now I believe are in Christchurch, which is excellent because we love Christchurch bands.
Cha-cha, Christchurch.
Yeah, we do. Christchurch has a great sound. So we'll be discussing some of her new songs from the EP that we're going to showcase today, released via Melted Ice Cream, an Aotatahi manufactured lathe cut record in strictly limited run. So for those that love the vinyl, go get some. Anyways, we're going to start off with the first track called Pop, Pop, Pop. Don't go anywhere.
Who's that bitch with a cigarette lit, tearing up the hotel lobby? I'd rather run free as she pop, pop, pops. Pop, pop, pops. Pop, pop, pops. Like a bomb, she goes off. She's cute, she has to show up. Fire from the hope, she pop, pop, pops. Pop, pop, pops. Pop, pop, pops. She screams emphatic. Let's get power, hold on. Going up, nothing but she's gone. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop.
There's a little teaser for you. That is actually the solo version. There is also a full band version of that same song on Bandcamp, Violet French, and the horrible. Anyways, horrible way to start there. I'm so sorry, Violet, for spinning the wrong tune.
No, not at all.
But
Sorry about
I guess it's pretty cool to have multiple versions, and if people want to hear the band version, they could just deep dive into your Bandcamp releases. I'm pretty sure the next two are definitely from Bandcamp, so let's go with that.
Sweet.
We also have a few people joining us here today. Great to see you, Kiwi Radio and Violet from Joanne Billisden. Thank you so much for joining us today there, Joanne, on our weekly showcase of Kiwi music, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. New Zealand time. It's Violet. Welcome to the show. How's it all going?
It's going well, thank you. Going really well. It's cute that you played the solo version because it's really, really kind of amazing for me to have this band outfit and to have my songs develop and change into something else with the band. So I kind of love how that happened, and it happened on BFM as well. So don't worry about it.
Okay, well, us, a lot of us DJs are pretty much rookies, and with guests coming fluctuating every week, sometimes we do pick up. But actually, that would probably be the first out of 54 episodes that I've spun the wrong tune. But still, check out the band release.
It's an honor.
It's an honor, and it's an exclusive. Also, shout out to Lisa McLaren. Hey, I've accidentally, she's also accidentally spun the solo version on air too. Hey, we're all human. Up next is a song called Being Too Busy Crying. Pretty sure this is the band version because it's got the band tags. Tell us a little bit about this next song, please. Being Too Busy Crying. What's the song about?
Sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Oh, okay. I'll talk louder. Been too
Please
busy.
do.
Been too busy crying. What's the song about?
Oh, been too busy crying. It's a fun one. It's kind of one of those moments where you take a step back and you go, okay, like I'm absolutely, utterly miserable. And there's all these things that I want to do, and I should just go and do it. Stop wallowing, go and do it. Taking that kind of step out of your body and being self-reflective. Most of the EP is kind of like that, but yeah, Being Too Busy Crying is definitely a tongue-in-cheek, lazy person to-do list, I suppose. That's what it is.
Tell us a little bit about your project, The Horrible. Who came up with the name and
That was a collaborative effort, basically. I asked the boys if they wanted a band name, first and foremost, and they gave me some very, very stupid answers. Jamie said, "Oh, I want something nasty," and Luke came up with, the Wankers or the Bummers or something really stupid. I was like, I'm not subscribing to that. It's just not happening. And James was like, "Oh, what about something horrible?" And then Luke goes, "Oh, the Horrible Wankers." I was like, "No, like, can we just not have wankers in there, thanks?" And then from that, it turns into The Horrible, which we all kind of thought was great because it kind of, something horrible. It's not tangible. It's not an amount, but the horrible, this is the amount of horrible or something. It plays with tense. It plays with this idea of what horrible is, and they're a bunch of amazing people as well. So that's how the name came about.
I was going to say, I'm hoping they're not horrible people. It was just the name.
No, they're amazing. I couldn't have asked for a more supportive sort of whānau to carry these songs for me and to help me turn them into something completely different to what I could have ever dreamed of. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome. Well, we're very excited to showcase your music here today. It looks like the Violet French fan club has arrived today, so that's fascinating.
Martina, the Violet Hive is here. Hi, Andrew.
Andrew Barry, welcome. And also Martina Brito, welcome as well. Tuesday, 7 p.m. New Zealand time at kiwiradio.nz, simulcast upfm.co.nz. We've got Violet French up first, then we've got Lovita straight afterwards. Don't go anywhere.
I try to love you and adore, but I've been too busy crying. I'm smiling, honest, but I've been too busy crying. Trying to capture every moment, but I've been too busy crying. I'm good, I'm set up, making other mouths tonight. Anything could happen, right? You don't get much choice, we're all compromise. Plenty of time tomorrow. Good, I'm set up, making other miles tonight. Anything could happen, right? You don't get much choice, we're all compromise. Plenty of time tomorrow. I tried to write more, but I've been too busy crying. I try to love you and adore, but I've been too busy crying. I'm smiling, honest, but I've been too busy crying. trying to capture every moment. I've been too busy crying. I've been too busy crying. Been too busy crying.
We Radio NZ with your host Ralphie, and we also have Violet French, and I'm so glad that is the correct version. We're doing well. We're doing well.
Yeah.
And also, Martina is in the comments saying, proud of the Otatahi crew.
Oh,
Proud of the Otatahi. They're very good. Oh, kia ora Otatahi. There's a lot of Otatahi love going on. Yep, love it.
and LA.
Plus LA. No, it's cool when the little community arrives to support the acts. It's fantastic. So thank you again for sharing as well, Violet French, because big ups to you on that. A bit of a gig guide for you today. If you are in Auckland, I promised Darren that I would plug his gig at the Clarin Tavern.
Totally broken up.
Clarin Tavern. So Darren will be there with his band called Super Turtle, as well as Bobby Holidays, starting at 7:45 p.m. And I believe it is also free entry. And if you do want to see Violet French live, this Thursday they will be playing in Christchurch with Danica Bryant at the Dark Room. And there's also 2 October gigs, one with Kendall Elise and one with the Chills, all in Christchurch. Say hello to Violet French and go check them out live. Anyways, I think the phone line is a lot better now. So Violet, tell us a little bit about your songwriting method.
My songwriting method. I don't know that there is really a method. I just I had to break through a really long writer's block of about 2 years, maybe even slightly longer. And so for me, getting back into writing is just like, whatever happens, however you do it, just get it done. And that's kind of how these songs were born. It wasn't intentional at all. It was just get in there, get adventurous, and just, make something rhyme, get a nice bass line in there, get creative. I had very limited resources. I had just a couple of guitars with me. I had about half a drum kit, and I just had a bass as well. And I just sort of created these bare bones things, which, being limited is amazing for being creative. And so, just get it done, whatever it is. And I've kind of continued that the last year or so, just making sure whatever I create, it's done that day. And if a word or a line changes, in a week or a month or in 6 months, that's totally fine. It's just about having a neat little package there to work with and to mould as per necessary. That's really it.
I love your ethos, actually. Get it done. Those 3 words are amazing, because sometimes I hear from artists and the procrastination overwhelms them. Get it done, not perfect. Something. So there's a great ethos.
And that's the thing as well. I mean, it's amazing to look back on a piece of work that you've done in a day or in a couple of hours or, 12 hours, whatever it is. And you go, okay, you can tell what you were thinking and feeling that day. Whereas if you leave something for too long, I feel like maybe the ideas get too spread out, things change, you get too shy. The shit that you were having that day, you get over and you go, oh my God, that was so stupid. I can't believe I wrote that stroppy word or that stroppy lyric. It's like, okay, you just got to harness that moment in time, whatever it is, and you go, okay, that's a stamp of what that was.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like music is actually just audio photography. And it's amazing if you deep dive into a lot of music history, some songs get re-released. Dave Dobbin, for example, Slice of Heaven, he did the Maori version later, that kind of thing. So it's the same song, but different timestamps, or you get remasters. Or in my case, I played the solo version, and now you've got the band version. So,
but that's the thing, that's 2 different points in time. Those 2 recordings are a year and a bit apart, and I had grown more comfortable and more confident in that song, whereas the first version of Pop Pop Pop, it was really in a sluggish, sad piece of my history. So to have this other version, which is more energetic and punchy and confident, is amazing to me. And that's all part of just get it done, whatever it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it done. Not perfect. In brackets. I just made up that second bit, but get it done. Those are the wise words of Violet French. Lisa McLaren is in the comments saying, love your work, Violet. Thank you very much. Dear
Oh,
Lisa.
I love Lisa. She is an amazing up and coming broadcaster.
Right.
Her passion is second to none. Andrew Barry is also maybe it's equal first with Lisa and Andrew there. Two incredible RDU hosts who just
Nice.
blow my mind each time they step up to the microphone. So love these two.
Rock and roll, Lisa, and thank you for supporting local arts. We do the same thing here on our little own way, kiwiradio.nz, Tuesday 7 p.m, showcasing New Zealand music each and every week. And also, if you're up late at night, 8 to 11 p.m. weekdays, we just do a 100% Kiwi playlist. Speaking of Kiwi playlists and moments in time, I did ask Violet what her favorite Kiwi tune is. She suggested The Crocodiles, and I looked into it further. It's from 1980, so this is before I was born. So I'm very excited to actually, I'm actually excited to hear what this is. Well, if it's before you were born, how did you find out about the song? And by the way, the song is Tears. How did you find out about Crocodiles?
It's just something that I've grown up with, and it's an amazing song. It's witty, it's cutting, it's sad, and each verse and chorus is a key change. And I just can't understand how Jenny Morris could do that with her voice. And I don't know if you know much about Jenny Morris, but in the 90s, I think she got MS or some sort of vocal cord paralysis, and she couldn't sing anymore. Or had very limited vocal range. So to hear her, young and in her prime and absolutely killing it in the song is amazing. And she did re-record it a wee bit later, but it didn't have the same punch. It didn't have the same vibe. So this is just one that always, it's a sing-along for me. I never sing along to it well, but I can't help myself. Hi, Tim.
Awesome. Hi, Tim Baird as well. Again, the Violet Hive has assembled in full fashion today, which is amazing. So stick around. In the schedule, we have the Crocodiles with Tears from 1980 playing it right now. Then we will sign off Violet French with her third song. And we also have a second guest for today, Lovita, pop EDM artist from New Zealand. So don't go anywhere. That's the lineup. This is the Crocodiles. Nice.
You're back again, but I'm so sorry it's too late. You got behind, you're somewhere back in 28. I guess it goes to show how wrong a girl can be. I'm standing right in front of you, you can't see me. Tears, I feel them on my cheeks. Tears, I've been this way for weeks. Tears, I'm back here at the store. Tears.
such a timeless song. That is the Crocodiles' Tears from 1980. I really appreciate you recommending that one because I've heard it somewhere. It's just, it's timeless. It's great. Great tune. Thank you.
It's an absolute classic.
And we're also celebrating your music today as well, Violet French and The Horrible. Where are your best social links? Because I only know the Bandcamp link, but is there any others that you want me to point out?
I have a Facebook page. I'm not that good at updating it, to be fair, just because my brain gets pretty full. But yeah, Bandcamp, we are available to stream on Lavetta, on Spotify and on Apple Music as well. Yeah, I have a private Instagram because I just can't be bothered with the admin of getting hacked. Or
I'm like that too. We're a radio station, and I had to make it private because we kept getting bots asking for scam stuff. I don't know.
Money and yeah, reconnecting with your Nigerian cousin. Yeah,
and
pretty much.
Despite what people may think, I actually like talking to humans and not robots. But hey, you gotta make use of what we do. But anyways, if it wasn't for those platforms, we wouldn't have met. So there's the good and there's the bad. So
100%.
Yeah, it's just what you make of it. Anyways, also, what's next for you creatively this year?
Oh, it's a toughie. I need to write probably about 4 more songs, and then I have a little number, a nice number to maybe do an album of some description. And saying that, I'm aware that the end of the year, so who knows what that's going to look like.
Sorry, I missed that. There was a little gap. The end of the year was a what? Sorry, at the end of the year
is approaching.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So much so that I've just realised now as well. So
yeah, and it's been a really, really full on year. I've done some amazing stuff. I've had the opportunity to write some songs that I'm really, really proud of and really happy with, and I want to take them in some direction. I don't know what that looks like exactly at the moment, but to do that, I just want to nestle them in with a few more, slightly more up to date versions of myself, and what's going on in my life. Because things have changed a lot since that EP was written. A lot.
In which way? Like just sound wise?
Personally, professionally, sound wise, absolutely. In terms of being a little bit more adventurous and showing a bit more range musically, and maybe even sort of vocally. Obviously, it's kind of I've got that history of being in rock and roll bands. And people sort of know me as that, but I have a history of sort of folk song, and I have influence from so many different places, and I just want to be able to branch out a little bit and sort of incorporate a bit more variety. Again, I don't know what that's going to look like, so it's a bit of a wait and see for me. So it's even more of a wait and see for you.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to see what your output is, and of course, the Violet Hive would as well. Any final words for your hive that have gracefully joined us here today?
The words for the Violet Hive, I just say absolutely love you, and I'm so, so grateful to know that you are there, and it really means a lot to me to have you. And I'll fucking see you on Thursday.
Yeah, if you're in Christchurch, Darkroom, go see them live. I wish I could be there. I'm in Auckland, so I can only do what I can do.
I'll be in Auckland soon. I'll hit you up.
Yeah, hit me up. And sometimes I'm making it an effort to know my community. And I've only done it once this year, but I've actually gone out and interviewed the artist at their gigs. So I did that.
Amazing.
Yeah, with James Hunter. And so I hope to do that more. Anyways, thank you very much for being on the show today, Violet French. And we wish you all the best with your creative endeavors. Get it done. Remember those famous words. Get it done. Thank you. And also, Martina Brito, Ghost Me will be at your gig, Violet. Ghost Me will be at your gig. Okay, this is the final track from our first guest today, Violet French, with a song called I Want the Sky to Be Crying. Don't go anywhere. We also have Lavetta up next to close the show. You are listening to kiwiradio.nz here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. New Zealand time. Also, shout out to upfm.co.nz who simulcast our show. Here is the tune.
want the sky to be crying, distracted all from that's right. The temper gets higher, the bottom lip on the trip. Once it's fire, dead by steamrollers of desire. Too much credit to those words that triumph to be requirements. The love of my life is a man who knows what soul is about. The man who tells me about to get it all, to get it all out. No words in regret, no time to dwell on what's been there. Too much credit to those who.
That was the solo version. Here's the real thing, the band version.
I want the sky to be crying, distract them all from the mood that's rising. And the temper gets higher, hard and lit no longer does the trip. Once it's fire, dead by steamrollers and desire. Too much credit due to those who are loose, trying to meet requirements. The love of my life is a man who knows what soul king's about. The man who tells me loud, let it all, get it all out. No words said in regret, no time to dwell on what's been did. Too much credit due to those who lose, triumph. I pledge allegiance to the sky. This smooth reverberates from the room, and I'll end up feeling fine. 2 steps forward, 1 step behind. I want the sky to be crying, distract them all from the mood that's rising. The mood rising, the mood rising, the mood rising.
KiwiRadio.nz. Violet French and the Horrible. Up next, we have an emerging Kiwi songstress, Lauren Marshall, joining us today, combining powerful soul-infused pop vocals with dreamy electronic dance vibes. got her now on the phone. Levita, welcome to the show.
Hello, how's it going?
Very
Thanks for
good,
having
thank
me.
you. Thanks for being in the green room before. What did you think of Violet French?
Oh, great. I'm not familiar with her, but I loved what I heard. It was awesome.
Yeah, I do love my guitar music, so I'm a sucker for that. But I do love what you're doing as well. So infusing pop with EDM, it's a good mix. It's a good mix. Tell us a little bit about your journey as a musician doing this thing. Tell us about what you accomplished with. I know you from 2 songs, which we'll showcase today, More Than Fun, and also your new one called Drive. But yeah, give us a little history.
Yeah. So I've kind of had a pretty all over the place musical journey. I started off kind of like going through school, singing, performing, acting, doing musical theatre. And that sort of took me overseas. I did some cruise ship work and then came back to New Zealand after COVID and was like, right, it's time to write some music. I felt this like this pull to make some music I'd kind of written over the course of my life, but I hadn't really put it all together and I hadn't really figured out what I wanted to do with it. So I just launched into that last year and really took inspiration from how I was feeling and where I was at and collaborated with Wolfie, who is my producer and sometimes co-writer. And we just came up with this awesome vibey mix of genres together, I guess. And that's sort of how I got to where I am now. It's an interesting journey so far.
Excellent. Well, congrats. It feels really good to have something finally, the final product out in the world. So amazing. I actually had to check out some Morphe stuff. I found him through your Spotify playlist, and I've been enjoying your Levita Loves playlist as well. Some really cool synthwave stuff there, which I like. Right? So you're really into synthwave, or?
Yes and no. I'm actually my kind of musical like taste starts from like R&B, soul, blues, that kind of thing. But I really love. I picked up like a massive love for like electronic music and house and EDM and stuff sort of as I went along. And yeah, I love a lot of synth heavy stuff. I love a guitar solo. I love like soulful female vocals. I love funk. So yeah, in that Levita Loves playlist, there's definitely a mixed bag of.
It's definitely a good playlist. It's given me some ideas for adding stuff to the radio station. So thank you for that.
Cool, no problem.
Speaking of music influences and things like that, I do like to ask our guests, being a Kiwi music specialist station, what Kiwi song you like. So I think we'll start off with that first and then warm into it and then showcase your 2 songs, if that's all right. But you recommended a song by Phoebe Vick, which we'll play now, called Starting Again. Who is Phoebe Vick?
Phoebe Vick, she's actually a friend of mine. She's a fellow Christchurch artist, emerging artist. And
Christchurch.
She actually, she's really great. She's like an incredible singer, such an amazing all-round creative. And she actually released that song Starting Again on the same day as Drive. And so we were kind of release buddies, like hyping each other up a bit. And I just really love the song. It kind of gives me a bit of a like 90s, a little bit of a 90s house feel, but super, super chill. I love the message about starting again, and I just think she's awesome. So I want to showcase her song.
Now, totally didn't plan this, but both our guests are from Christchurch. Now, if you are near Darkroom, also this Thursday, Violet French will be performing with her band there. That's at the Darkroom in Christchurch. But yeah, totally not planned. It's a Christchurch special today. And Phoebe Vick, if you're listening or if you listen to the replay, come on the show. It'll be great. Phoebe Vick, here she is. And then we'll showcase Levita.
I think I'm breaking down again. Maybe this time I'll follow through. God knows I need something to change. Just go back round to what I know. Wound up and spinning out. As soon as I stop, I'm starting again. Despair and crazy light. Before I realize I'm starting again. There has to be a common ground in what I want and what I need. But I never seem to find a straight line. I just run it down, turning on and on and on and on and on till I can't breathe. Wound up and spinning out. As soon as I stop, I'm starting again. Despair and crazy light. Before I realize I'm starting again.
Oh yeah, kiwiradio.nz. Our sister radio station, upfm.co.nz, is going to be loving this segment because it's a good mix of EDM for this next half. Also, big shout out to Parks in South Africa and everyone else listening from South Africa. Really cool to have a bit of an international lineup. And also, we have recordingstudio9.com in Sydney listening in today. We have Lovita from New Zealand. Hello, Lovita.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about More Than Fun. And speaking of More Than Fun, you're having a lot of fun with your musical journey because it seems like you've got a new EP coming up in November. Is that right?
I do, yes. I can finally officially say that we're going to have my EP out in November, which is very exciting. Currently still untitled, but yes, it's definitely coming, and that's going to be amazing. It's going to be 6 songs, so you're the ones that I will have released, and then a few cheeky extras that might surprise some people.
Yeah, okay, let's keep it a surprise. And if you self-title it Dedicated Songs to Kiwi Radio, I wouldn't blame you if you make it. But no pressure at all.
I'll keep it in mind.
It'll be one of those titles that just kind of reach the cutting floor. Anyway, More Than Fun is the song that we're going to play now. Tell us a little backstory about it.
Yeah, so that song actually kind of came about like very randomly. We were playing around with some house beats and some specifically like 90s house beats because we were really inspired by, that whole genre and like UK house. And then it sort of took a bit of a funky turn and we were like, hey, how about we just take this, how about we give this a bit of disco flair, a bit of funkiness, and sort of like worked on the arrangement for a while, and then it just came about and the lyrics wrote themselves. I don't know, we didn't really think too hard about it, but we just wanted to kind of play around with some synths, obviously guitar solos because we love the guitar solo, and Lovita loves the guitar solos. And yeah, just came out as this like funky disco number that felt really good, and we were like, let's use this as inspiration for more music to come. So that kind of based the rest of the EP around More Than Fun, in that kind of direction. And yeah, it was a fun process.
Keeping things fun, I'd like to ask a favor for Levita, because I know you'll be busy in the next couple of weeks with your new EP. Could you do me a favor and just say, hi, you're listening to kiwiradio.nz. This is Levita, something along those. And I'll edit it and cut it into a radio ad for you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, moment of truth.
Hi, this is Levita, and you're listening to kiwiradio.nz.
That's perfect.
I think I missed something.
I think, no. Are you a voiceover professional or something?
No, I did actually. I mean, I've been an actor, so I've had to do a couple of voiceover things. So I do have like a voice I put on, which I don't really realize.
I do that too. I go all American, apparently. I'm like, hey, I'm not American at all.
But... Oh, that's kind of cool.
No, great job, and we'll continue to endeavour to plug the amazingness that is Levita. Thank you for that plug. It will appear as a radio ad now. Martina is still around. Thank you so much, Martina Brito. That was perfect.
Hey.
See? Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, go check her out, and we'll talk to her again straight after this track. More Than Fun.
Nothing more to explain. Why don't you stay a little longer where it's all happening? Let the feeling take over. Oh, we got no worries tonight. No signs of stopping. Let's live in this moment. Oh, and there's no end in sight. Just let it go. Just let it go. Don't wanna waste no time. Never know what comes tomorrow. Just pull me closer and tear up the stands for just you and I. Take this feeling higher. 'Cause I'm falling again while I'm holding your hand. No more darling, let me cry. Oh, when the nights grow longer, there's only you and I as we move along. Bring me to life now, baby. You got me thinking this could be more than fun. 'Cause when the nights grow longer, there's only you and I as we move along. As we move along. Bring me to life now, baby. You got me thinking this could be more than fun. Could be more than fun. I feel it coming up and no, I can't get enough. I won't stop till we reach the top. Oh, I feel it coming up and no, I can't get enough. I won't stop till we reach the top. Oh, I feel it coming up and no, I can't get enough. I won't stop till we reach the top. Oh, I feel it coming up and no, I can't get enough. I won't stop till we reach the top. Oh, when the nights grow longer, there's only you and I as we move along. As we move along. Bring me to life now, baby. You got me thinking this could be more than fun. Could be more than fun. 'Cause when the nights grow longer, there's only you and I as we move
if songs had jobs and the job was to make you feel good and dance all night, that song has definitely done the job for me. I love it. I love it. Very Sophie Ellis Bextor kind of vibes, which I'm really into. I love a good funky bass line. Recordingstudio9.com is saying the music matches her genre, her great voice perfectly. Nice choice of music genre. Thank you, Vachi, for complimenting that there. And if you are in Sydney, head over to recordingstudio9.com. Anyways, love the music, Lavita. I love it when I'm like interviewing a breaking artist, in my opinion. You know, like maybe you'll be too big in a few years. I don't know. Come back if you are.
Hey, never too big to chat to people, you know what I mean?
Oh, I love it. So down to earth as well. Fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Now,
let's just go with the flow.
I have to say, your official visualizer, we had to showcase it for the week. It's very cool. Love the car. Any credits to, is that your car?
It's not my car, unfortunately. It was a friend of a friend's father's car. I saw it in a photo, like a wedding photo, and I was like, whose car is that? I need that for this video. And managed to nab it. But yeah, it was so fun doing the visualizer. It was super simple. The funny thing is, like, we shot that video in, like, I think it was end of June. It was like freezing cold day, raining. And I'd seen on the weather forecast that there was going to be like an hour or two of sun. And I was like, we're going to do it. We're going to make this happen. And so, yeah, we managed to get some sunshine. I was so happy.
Yeah, if you're into really cool sports cars as well, check out John Norris in France, who we've had on the show as well. Man, his Instagram feed is full of really cool cars, and it's that's up there with that collection. Martina Brito is in the comments saying, "I love that song." Yeah, me too. Love it.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
And keep an eye out for Lavita. Again, she's going to be dropping a new EP sometime this year, around about November-ish. So speaking of web links, where would you like me to direct people in terms of finding you online? So there's Spotify, Instagram, any others?
Yeah, I mean, you could, obviously find me on Spotify. If you search Lavita, Loveta. You can find me on Instagram at lavita.music. Same with Facebook, lavita.music. Currently getting a website made, so we will have like an official website coming. And then, if you just, all my videos and stuff are on YouTube as well. If you search Lavita. TikTok at Lavita Music, Lavita.music too. So I'm all over the place.
Absolutely love your music. Are you on YouTube?
Yes, I'm on YouTube. Yeah.
Cool. We just had Vachi asking if you were on YouTube. So Lavita.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm on YouTube.
Yep. Check her out. Please do. Feel good music for the heart and soul, and dance shoes. And we've got your final track for today, and we are bang on the time here today. We're like military time here. Like, it's amazing. Thanks again to Violet French and the Horrible for being on the first part of the show. If you want to replay our episodes, just head along to kiwiradio.nz and we'll chuck up an MP3 download for you to enjoy. And coming up on the podcast, now we are actually booked out for the rest of 2022, but just stay tuned. Every Tuesday 7 p.m. we have a whole lot of guests coming up. We've got Sea Mouse. Man, if you love the White Stripes, you need to check out Sea Mouse. Coming up next week, we also have Wednesday's Girl, Gavin Kennedy, Keely Shade, Madeline, Coral Pitcher, Laura Jane. I mean, so many more. Anxiety Club is going to be in the show. They're really cool indie rockers. And Aaron O'Connor, if you love your country, will be joining the show as well. So we're booked out all the way through to the end of the year. And it is almost the end of the year. Are you planning for Christmas? Are you a Christmas person?
I don't know what I'm doing for Christmas, but I know I'm going to be very busy. I've got quite a few gigs coming up, a lot of work happening. So, I guess we'll start thinking about that in November.
Yeah, one thing at a time. And any final famous last words?
You know what? I'm going to say something really silly because people always tell me to say it, and it's live, laugh, love, Levita.
I love it. Live life, love, Levita.
Yeah.
So catchy. I'm now going to be saying that to everyone. They're going to be like, Levita? Is that French or
It's
something?
the ultimate, like, good vibe phrase, apparently.
Yeah. Is Levita your name, or what's the, is it actual meaning behind it? Or?
It's not my real name. No, I kind of came up with it. I don't really know how. I basically was looking for an artist name, and I wanted it to start with L, and I liked the word love, and I was like, that's cool. And I sort of looked up like women's names beginning with L, and it had love, Levita, whatever. And I actually found a definition. I found the word Levita, and the definition was something like similar to a female wolf or something. Like that was the meaning of the name. And I was like, that's so cool. Like,
so wolf is officially your spirit animal?
I would liken myself to a female wolf. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You heard it here. Levita is her music. Go check her out. We highly recommend it for good times. And before you go, just outro with explaining what Drive is about, which is your final track.
Yeah. So Drive is a track that encompasses sort of an energy of escaping, getting away from normal life, essentially taking a road trip. I wrote it when we were in lockdown last year, and I was like going so crazy at home, and I was like kind of daydreaming about just going on a road trip somewhere in the sunshine, and it just gave me so many happy vibes that I was like, let's write a song about it, and it just came out. It was wild, but yeah, just good vibes for your road trip. Whatever.
I do love a good road trip. That is the quintessential thing of Kiwiana, is to have a great road trip. If only I could drive to Christchurch to come see you live. Any plans for Auckland?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I love it.
It's definitely always in the works.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't overpromise. Just underperform. I don't know. No, that's a really bad joke to end the show. So I'm going to ask Levita, do you have any good jokes to end the show?
I'm not a joke girl. I wish I could say I had a go-to, but I don't. And also, I've said too many bad jokes and said them wrong, and just been like, you know what, I give up on jokes. So I can't really deliver in that department today, unfortunately.
The card now goes out to the audience. If you have a good joke, you have roughly 3 minutes to submit your joke before the show ends, and I may even read it if it's appropriate. Anyways, thank you so much, Levita. Wishing you all the best, and stay cool, stay creative.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks for being on the show. And that's it.
No problem.
You have 3 minutes to submit your joke, everybody. Otherwise, thanks for listening in.
There's something that we need to do. Been on my mind for a month or two. Spending too much time in this room, and I just wanna escape with you. I'm thinking we should get away. Save our plans for another day. Chase the sunshine, forget the rain. Let go of yesterday. Ooh, life's been weighing us down. And so let's get out of this town. I'm ready, baby, take me somewhere new. Don't need nobody else but us two. Summer feeling and the sky's so blue. Just say the word and I will follow you anywhere. We've been trying to catch a break. We've been dreaming wide awake. Can't can't deny that we need some space. So we gotta leave this place. And ooh, can we go together? And ooh, there ain't nothing better. I'm ready, baby, take me somewhere new. Don't need nobody else but us two. Summer feeling in the sky so blue. Just say the word and I will follow you anywhere. Just drive me on. Drive me on. I'm ready, baby, take me somewhere new. Don't need nobody else but us two. Summer feeling in the sky so blue. Just say the word and I will follow you anywhere. Just try it right here. The time is now or never.
Thank you so much, Lovita, for being on the show. That was her track called Drive. Now, I asked if anyone had any good jokes, but there doesn't seem to be any jokers amongst us today, so I found a few dad ones for you. If there's any fans of SpongeBob, you'll like this one. SpongeBob may be the main character of the SpongeBob show, but Patrick's is the star. Woo! And another one. Why do balloons hate Ed Sheeran concerts? They are afraid of pop music. Yeah. I think I've got a career in open mic comedy. At least Vachi in Sydney is enjoying the jokes. Thank you, everyone, for listening in today. That is the show. I want to close off the show with one of my other pop diva favorites in New Zealand called Prince. She has been on the podcast, but she's busting out all sorts of great new music, starting off with this particular track, Hazardous, which just launched a few days ago. So that's going to close off the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. kiwiradio.nz. Same time, same channel, here every Tuesday, 7 to 8 p.m. New Zealand time. And I've been your host, Ralphie. Kia ora.
Praise myself for should've known better. Cause I think about you too much and it makes my head hurt. Maybe we just spent a little too much time together. Or maybe when I'm at your door, and maybe it means something more. Like in your kitchen, I was sitting thinking about what I had before. For the first time kissing you, it's different. I know what's in my head. I don't know what's in yours. That's what makes it hazardous. Falling like this. I try not to run, but I slip. Fell out of confusion more cautious. Got yellow tape around your bed. Got feelings and now I'm a mess. Got something to miss. Now it's fucking hazardous. Hopes up with the way you're talking. You know that I'm halfway there. Please say you're all in. Probably moving way too fast and I don't wanna stop it. Can't seem to focus, can't breathe whenever you're next to me. Like in your kitchen, I was sitting thinking about what I had before. For the first time kissing you, I know what's in mine. I don't know what's in yours. That's what makes it like this. Falling like this. I try not to run, but I slip. Fell out of comfy, usually more cautious. Got yellow tape around your bed. Got feelings, and now I'm a mess. Got something in this. Now it's fucking fast like this. Raise myself or should know better.
Are you a small business owner in Auckland? Set up shop. Message sales@aucklandmamamarket.co.nz. Held in different venues around Auckland, these are more than just markets. These are events with a surrounding of great food and coffee and live music by yours truly, ralphie.co.nz. Aimed at families with children 8 to 5, this is not a secondhand or craft market. We source one-of-a-kind and inspirational products for pregnancy, babies, young children, and also many treats for mum and dad. The focus is on new and stylish products at market prices. See you at the next Auckland Mama Market in Te Atatu, Milford, Ellerslie, and Mount Albert. aucklandmamamarket.co.nz. And that is the show for this week. We are doing well for time, and if you are still around, head over to kiwiradio.nz for the next 3 hours and check out what our fine country has to offer you in terms of New Zealand music. So our 3-hour Kiwi playlist is now going to be airing over at kiwiradio.nz. However, the live show ends now. So thank you again to everyone. Martina in the comments. Who else did we have? Vachi. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me company. I have spoken. Stay cool. Stay creative. Enjoy your day.